Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Through the Glass Table. I'm Everett Walker.
And I'm Ismael Bustamante.
And today we'll be reviewing Crimson Peak
by Guillermo Del Toro.
Crimson Peak is the story about ghosts who get work as extras in Guillermo Del Toro's latest film, only to have their screen time cut back to about 2.5 minutes. In their place is Mia Wasakowska, who plays a young Victorian woman that marries Tom Hiddleston and comes to live with him and his sister, played by Jessica Chastain, to live in their haunted mansion so that the end of the movie can happen. Ismael, what did you think of Crimson Peak?
I think I just have to get this off the bat and say that visually, it's stunning. I mean, it's just, but that's what you come to expect of a Guillermo Del Toro's movie.
Yeah, he's a wizard with like colors
Mm-hmm.
and color palettes and all that stuff, and blocking it. And his sets too are always like crazy.
Story-wise, so predictable.
Flat. It ran very flat. And in a way of like not even, I know you said you knew what was going on just from the clues, but there are so many parts in the movie where they have to like tell you exactly what's happening. It took all the magic away.
Performance-wise, I think Tom Hiddleston hit a nice mark. Like his character was, as Thomas, was a very interesting character to look at. Just the whole dynamics of choosing between family and choosing between the woman he loves was really great. And I think this movie had all the right elements in terms of what could happen, but it just didn't happen because of the choices like spoon feeding us.
There's a lot of ADR in this too. Like ADR.
Oh, I noticed that too. Yeah.
So I'm thinking maybe they showed the movie and people didn't get it, and so they decided we're just gonna put this line here so that they understand, but it comes off like artificial.
Yeah.
Like literally she's by herself and she's like, I'm going to listen to these records now. It's like, I know, I see you, bitch. You're gonna do it. I know you're gonna do it. So I just didn't understand why there was, but maybe they showed it to a test audience and they didn't understand.
She was hugging him at one point, and
yeah, that's the one. That's the first one.
She said something, and I was like,
her mouth
did not move.
It was saying something completely different.
I was like, wait a minute. She like just said, "Help me up" or something, and she had went to a full like narrative or something else. I was like, what the hell is going on?
Another problem I had with this movie is there is far and few in between, but there's a lot of like gratuitous violence.
Oh.
And I just didn't.
I kind of liked it.
Did you?
Because it kind of took me out of it. It was. I think that's what it was intended to do. Because they never demonstrated it like in trailers to be that violent and to be like that off-putting. But then to have it, just like, damn, this is a real fucking movie.
Yeah.
Like a real rated R. And going back to casting, Jim Beaver's in this movie, which most of you will know him as Robert Singer's character in Supernatural. He is a delight. I like his acting. He comes from a long tradition of theater, but he was just on point for me. Like he was like the disgruntled dad, wanting to protect his daughter, and
he's very warm too.
Yeah, he was very warm, and it was kind of a nice contrast to what the movie is all about. You know,
the ghost effect is actually there's really no ghosts in this movie, but when they appear, they're pretty cool. And you just learned right before we filmed this that they actually they were practical, so it was a guy in a suit, and then they just enhanced it with CGI, and I thought that effect looked really cool. It was really effective. You know, the lead character is played by Mia Wasakowska, whatever, Wachowski, and she's one of the most boring actresses forever. I think the first time I saw her was I think her first movie was Alice in Wonderland.
Was it? I don't think so. I think it was something else. Something probably.
Well, she was boring in Alice in Wonderland. She has no like emotion in her eyes, and I guess she was well enough in this, but I just don't get her. And I know she does like a bunch of those like Jane Austen movies too.
Yeah, she does?
Yeah, I think she was in like Pride and Prejudice or something. I don't know, but she's boring. I don't get it, and I don't like her.
I agree. I don't think she has a lot of range, but I don't know if this is supposed to be like kind of heightened situation, like that's out of norm. I think she played the out of norm character. She's supposed to be displaced. She doesn't have a mother. She doesn't have, her father just died.
And they set that up pretty well in the beginning too. She's not like other girls.
She's not like other girls.
I guess it played off of her boring assness. But in any other movie, I don't get it.
I want to talk about, just for a second, the fact that there's no people of color in this movie.
Yeah.
And then when there is people of color, they make them like the most generic modern versions of the people of color today, and not like what they're representative of the past.
It's like they speak like super proper English, and it's such a display of political correctness. Because really, they should just be like, because they were like, oh no, they've checked out of the hotel yesterday, and it should be like, oh no, sir, I done seen them since yesterday.
In the theater, everyone was like, these fools are supposed to be slaves, and
they done gone past the North Star, past there yonder, and they're like, oh no, ma'am, I haven't seen them. They've checked out yesterday.
Well, actually, it depends on what region of America during that time, right? There's the North and the South, and
where are they?
They were in New York, so I guess it fits.
Yeah,
but
it's the North. But yeah, that. I don't know.
But mostly, if it's I can't even talk. If it's a time period piece, which realistically, it's hard to do because you're doing a ghost story and a time piece.
Yeah.
But realistically, people in servant roles did not speak proper English. What do you give the movie?
I give it a 3 out of 5 because it was beautiful and it was coherent. It was well directed. It just didn't touch my heart in any kind of way or make me feel anything. It was empty. What about you?
I give it a 2 out of 5, just for the reasons that you can't make just a movie about the visuals. Like the story was kind of there. I know what was propelling it. That there's a need to be yourself and to kind of find yourself, but surrounded by these ghosts. Like she even mentions it that the ghosts are metaphors. So of course the ghosts are metaphors in this movie as well too.
On the nose. So that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching. For the few of you that watch, if you'd like to leave comments below, and please subscribe and tell your mom, your dad, and your dead uncle to subscribe, please. Because we need subscribers. Please do it, and we'll see you guys again later.
Subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Yeah, not Facebook. Bye.
Bye.